Hi guys, so I'm here today with the beauty scenario tag, and I've not actually done like a tag video for a little while, so I thought it'd be quite a fun little video to do. And it was originally started by Lily Pebbles over on her channel, and just kind of like a what would you do if this presented itself kind of thing situation, hence why it's called scenario. And it's just a couple of questions, just kind of seeing what my sort of stance on things would be, all from a beauty related perspective. So yeah, I'll get cracking. Question number one: you have to get rid of all your foundations and you can only keep one high-end and one drugstore. Which so I had to have a little think about this, and for high-end I thought of my current favourite high-end, and that's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I feel like this pops up in everybody's videos. I absolutely adore this foundation, and it is so luxe and cough cough. And I mean, hello, look at the bottle alone, and it's just amazing for day and night, so that's good. And then for drugstore, I picked actually a product that's relatively new to me, but I've been wearing it literally all week and absolutely have fallen head over heels in love with it. And it's the Bourjois 123 Perfect CC Cream, and I have this in the shade Beige Clair, and it's basically a glorified tinted moisturiser, but I absolutely love the coverage of this. It's very natural and just really nice, lovely coverage, and it lasts all day on me. And I have an upcoming review on this on my blog coming up, and it's anti-dark spots, anti-redness and anti-fatigue for luminous complexion and smooth skin. And this is just great for like just throwing on and going. I actually wore this the other night and it still looked really good, and yeah, I'm really impressed with this little tube. I kind of just bought it on a whim, but I really like it. Question 2. You go for an interview and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? I personally would like it if somebody told me I had something on my face. You know, like if you get a bit of like, I don't know, a bit of like an eyelash that's fallen down, or a bit of eyeliner that's sort of smudged crazily, or you have got lipstick on your teeth or it's smudged, I personally would want to know. However, if it is in an interviewing situation, I kind of don't want to say anything because it could sort of come across negative, and like the woman will probably be quite embarrassed, especially if she's wearing lipstick and it is on her teeth, so it's probably going to be like quite an obvious colour. So she probably takes pride in her appearance, but I just couldn't say anything because it would kind of be like, oh, you have some lipstick on your teeth, and that can be so embarrassing, especially if somebody's in a position where they're like interviewing you and kind of all the power is in their court. I don't think I would say anything just because I wouldn't really want to embarrass them, although if it was me I would want to know, so it's kind of like the situation sort of depends on it. Question 3. You're not feeling yourself and need a pick-me-up. Which lipstick do you put on to make you feel beautiful? This is probably like quite an easy one for me, I think, just because it's my most favourite and most worn MAC lipstick, and it is, I'm going to put the phone down now, and it is MAC, oh gosh, I've definitely had Disarone in my bag when I've had this in because this was hard to open. It is Girl About Town by MAC, which is just the most amazing bright fuchsia pink and just looks incredible, just really perks you up, and I can always tell in pictures when I've been wearing this, and as you can tell it's well loved, and it's just amazing. It's got quite a lot of blue tone through, so your teeth look really white, and it's just really pigmented and gorgeous, and I absolutely love it. Question 4. You go back in time for a day to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? That is so easy. I'd actually wear makeup because I look back at pictures and I look horrendous, like horrendous. I would go to school with like, I'd do my eyebrows for starters because it just makes such a difference, and I wouldn't wear blue eyeshadow or like blue frosted eyeshadow, and I would probably wear foundation because I used to just wear like powder and then nothing else, and maybe a bit of blush. Like I never wore bronzer, which is just ridiculous. I would definitely wear bronzer. I wouldn't over pluck my eyebrows. I'd embrace the bushy eyebrows. And hair wise, my hair wasn't too bad actually. I think I used to curl it a lot, and I used to have highlights, so I don't think my hair was particularly bad. I just think that my like face wasn't great. So I'd go back and have a word with myself about that. Question 5. You ask your hairdresser for a shoulder length Pixie Lott haircut. They hear wrong and give you a pixie cut. Do you A, smile and say thank you, leave and call your mum hysterical, B, cry in the chair and make things get awkward, or C, complain to the manager and demand a refund? I'm going to think of this logically. That would not happen to me. That would just not happen. I would notice if the scissors were like getting sort of closer and closer towards my scalp. However, for the sake of the tag, I would probably, I don't know, I'd probably get hysterical in the chair. Like I wouldn't make it till I got outside. I would not suit short hair. I know that for a fact. I would look awful and my double chin would be more pronounced and my face would just look really chubby. I'd probably go absolutely schizophrenic if I'm honest. I would demand a refund and it would all get a bit embarrassing, I think. I think I'd have embarrassed myself a little bit. And yeah, it just would not be good. Not be good at all. I don't think I could embrace it. I'd have to get like a wig or something like that. I'd just look awful with short hair. Question number 6. Your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break and you have 1 hour to pack. Which do-it-all palette do you pack in your makeup bag? I would probably say, we're talking eyeshadow, aren't we? Let's be honest. Do-it-all palette. Oh, that's hard. Well, I just picked up an eyeshadow palette because I would have an hour to pack and I would have enough time to get everything in. But the palette that I'd go for is the NARS and God Created the Woman palette, which as you can tell is very well loved. You can do a smoky eye with this, you can do a wash of colour, anything, and it's perfect for day and night and I absolutely love it, especially this colour Kalahari. And there's some matte shades in there and some shimmer and some darker sort of smoky colours, and I think this would just be perfect, and it's tiny as well so you can kind of just throw it in the bag and go. Question number 7. Your house has been robbed. Don't worry, everyone is safe, but your beauty stash has been raided. What's the beauty product you really hope is safe? I'd be a bit concerned if people had like broke into my house and sort of rifled through my makeup stash and stole it. Although we're in that day and age where people probably would do that, like, you know, for things that are sort of like limited edition. So I kind of picked something that was limited edition, and it's the NARS again Guy Bourdin One Night Stand palette, which like you can't get anymore unless you're really clever and you get it on eBay. But it's the most amazing face palette. You've got Laguna bronzer, you've got a really nice highlighting shade, you've got 2 new blushes, I've forgotten what they're called, you've got Orgasm and Deep Throat, and it's just perfect. And the mirror is really great as well. I don't know if you see my camera. Yeah, so I would definitely be pretty upset if that went, because if it's limited edition it's obviously hard to replace. Question number 8. Your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed, ask them to repurchase it, or secretly do the same thing to one of theirs? I am so like ridiculous with like who I would lend stuff to, just because I think like my makeup is really important to me. It's obviously something that I'm very like passionate about, because some people collect stamps, some people, you know, have like a really pristine DVD collection, whatever. I'm really particular about my makeup, so I would have to think of like who to like lend stuff to. I'd like to think that my friends wouldn't bring anything back in awful condition, and if it was the case, I would like to think they'd offer to rebuy what they'd sort of broken or damaged. But it's a tricky one. It's like, it's proper awkward if you like smashed my eyeshadow palette that was like 30 odd quid, and some people would like not really think anything of it, whereas I'd be like, are you actually kidding me? You've actually done that? And I think a lot of people probably think of being a little bit petty, but at the end of the day, like, my money has gone on to that, and it's mine. So if I damaged anything of anybody's, I would definitely repurchase that for them, like without a question. But I'm really sort of careful with people's things. I think that's why I've kind of got a thing about not getting ready at people's houses if I'm like going out or something like that. I like to get ready at home. I think there's only one person I would leave my stuff at their house, and that's my best friend Amy. I wouldn't leave my things anywhere else because I'm always terrified that things will either get lost or something will end up in somebody else's makeup bag, and that stuff just ain't cool with me. So I think that's sort of where that stems from. Yeah, so that is the end of the beauty scenario tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a quick little video for you today, just to make up for the fact that I've been a bit sporadic with uploads. And yeah, if you liked this, please give it a big thumbs up. Give me a little comment below with anything you sort of want to see from me, what kind of videos. I've got like a little list ongoing, so I'm going to try and sort of whittle that down and get stuff filmed. And I tag anybody who hasn't done this video already because it is quite interesting to see what people's reactions would be in a beauty based scenario. And if you haven't already, give me a big subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!